on our way to Venice from Rome. Hi. We just arrived here in Venice, Italy. When you get out of the train station, you can get your tickets to go to your destination hotel or wherever you're staying in Venice. And you're gonna take a water taxi, but here they call it bus. And you'll get your tickets right across from the train station right there. It's about 750 euros per person. We're gonna enjoy Venice and it looks really beautiful here. We're about to take our bus, aka water taxi, and it's very small Venice, so getting around is not hard. One thing about being in Venice or in Italy, you gotta wear your mask anytime you're going indoors. This is what the entrance looks like when you're going to your water bus, and these are the tickets you purchase, and then you just tap it right here and it lets you in. And the lines are usually long here. It's very busy here. People are pushing each other and bumping to one another. You got people from different nationality, different attitudes, different personality, all crammed in one boat. It's just chaotic, but it's worth the ride too, because along the way you get to see some beautiful views. We just got off our boat and it was a rough ride. So many people getting in from different stops, and here we are in Venice. It's such a beautiful place. It's nothing like it anywhere in the world, and I would definitely say you gotta come here. I mean, nothing in the world looks like Venice, and it's just like a magical place to be. We're making our way to our hotel. We got off our water taxi. This is our view on our walk to our hotel. We're literally in walking distance from this amazing view. Just loving it already being here in Venice. The streets are beautiful. Only in Italy you see a guy making his own pasta for his pasta store. Amazing. And that's his face on the sticker. Just checked in at our hotel in Venice. Love the decor. Very Venetian. Every room we check into has its own charm. Enjoying a nice day here. Look at this beautiful view. I think Venice is definitely a bucket list of places to go in one person's life, because what city is there like Venice? I mean, the city is literally on top of water. Everywhere you have to go, you have to use a boat most places. And the vibe is just so cool and just so different, and it's literally like a magical city. So beautiful, even walking around in the day and nighttime. It is a romantic place to go for a honeymoon or anniversary, and it's just so pretty here. We're enjoying it a lot here. The only problem is if you have a stroller, there's a lot of bridges and stairs, so you're gonna have to carry up and down the stroller. It's really cool just to walk around. You could literally spend your day walking around through Venice. And it's just so beautiful. But we're waiting to take a gondola ride with Keanu. It's gonna be fun and exciting going through these canals. When you're here trying to get a gondola ride, they don't negotiate, so they have prices on the boards. It tells you how much exactly it is for 30 minutes or more. We're about to take the gondola ride, and it's best to do it, I think, in the daytime, so you really get to see the canals and the Rialto Bridge. And also, if you go a little earlier, there's not a lot of traffic, because they do have a lot of traffic with so many gondolas on the canals, and it does cause traffic and you lose time on it. So it's better to go in the middle of the day, early morning. That's a good time. And we're ready to go. There's Keanu and Lucy going in. Grazie. Here we are in Venice, taking a nice gondola ride. Keanu likes it, he's staying still. Definitely this is something you gotta do. That's what Venice is known for. It's gondola rides. And these guys dressed in their striped shirts. Such a cool feeling being on this gondola. Exit out of the canals. Now we're hitting the Rialto Bridge. That is just beautiful view. Definitely gotta do the gondola ride when you're in Venice. It's such beauty. This was all owned by Marco Polo. All these houses and buildings here. such an awesome experience. Feels like you're in a movie when you're on the gondola, going through these alleyways, passing through these canals. We're enjoying our gondola ride with Keanu. He's loving it. Any adventure with water he loves. So this one he was down for sure.
Keanu is so busy to check out the detailed work on the gondola.
Definitely must do taking the gondola ride here in Venice. One thing I do have to say when you're here in Venice, there's just little alleys that you could just walk and you could see gondolas passing through. A lot of buildings have this barrier is to keep the water up when the tides are high. So you're gonna see a lot of that. The beautiful Rialto Bridge, very pretty. Definitely a sight to see. So busy around here in this particular area. We're about to go over Rialto Bridge with Keanu and Mommy. And now we're passing along the Rialto Bridge, going over it. It's really cool because you get a really nice view of Venice. One thing I noticed being here in Venice is that these restaurants serving mostly the same types of food and they're very overpriced and the portions are so small. I would think the portions in Italy are much bigger. My guess is because it's a tourist trap areas. Here's another beautiful area here in Venice and each area is so different from one another. You could just keep walking and hit different cool areas. Here in Venice, they have a mall. Really cool, beautiful building. I never would have realized that there's a mall inside this little island that we're in right now. This used to be an outside area, but they closed it off. As you can see, there is a modern roof, and the building itself is old. You can see the columns is all outside columns. Very interesting. Keanu's having fun feeding the birds in Venice. And the seagulls. I noticed the seagulls here are gigantic. Venice, I think you would need at least 2 days and you'll be able to see pretty much everything around this area and going across the bridges to different little islands. And definitely a must thing to do is the gondola rides because they're very beautiful and it's just the ambiance being inside the gondola.
Here we are walking down the stairs of the bridge to the busiest street of Venice. You're not required to wear a mask indoors.
Around 5 p.m. it's
very hard to do with the stroller. The streets of Venice are very narrow and very small, but there are a lot of people here, a lot of locals, a lot of tourists. One thing I do suggest is walking around at nighttime
in Venice because it's so beautiful. It just feels magical here. And right in front of us is the Rialto Bridge. Very pretty. We just left Venice, now we're in Milan, going to Bern, Switzerland. We had an amazing time in Venice. I'm telling you, there's no city like Venice. It's a magical city. There's so many cool, amazing sights to see, and just the way of life there and how the city is underwater. It's just so magical, and I definitely suggest at least once in your life you need to visit Venice. Somebody's getting fancy. Somebody wants his ba. Keanu's going crazy again like usual, wanting to climb the table. On our way to Bern, Switzerland. We have the whole first class cart to ourselves. Nobody's here. It's so early in the morning. There's Lucy taking a nap. Keanu's still sleeping.